Minkejja li kellha debut b'saħħtu, Così fan tutte, l-opra ta' Mozart u Da Ponte, tilfet ħafna mill-popolarità minħabba li bdiet titqies immorali. Biss ġara li mażmien il-valur artistiku ta' dan ix-xogħol reġa' kiseb rikonoxximent u issa l-udjenzi Maltin se jkunu jistgħu jarawha ġewwa t-Teatru Manuel b'adattament ġdid u b'laqta aktar psikoloġika.
Well, my parents always took me to the opera when I was growing up. But I think the time that I really got interested in it was when I saw my older brother at university perform in lots of operas, and I thought, there's somebody here who's making all of this happen. And then actually, I directed my first opera on the flip of a coin. A friend and I decided that we wanted to do an opera, and we didn't know who would direct it and who would conduct it. And we flipped a coin, and I got the directing coin, and that's pretty much all I've done since, actually. So I've been directing opera for 10 years, almost exactly to the day. The first opera that I did was Così fan tutte, which opened in, I think, January 2009. So here I am 10 years later on the set of Così fan tutte. So it kind of feels like a bit of a homecoming, actually. My company's called Shadwell Opera, and it's based in London. And we do contemporary opera in interesting spaces to try to develop new audiences. We do a big educational part of our work as well, and we've done some pretty cool stuff. We've performed in warehouses and museums, some theatres now and again, and had an audience of generally, people in their 20s and 30s. And we're now just sort of trying to expand and take it to a bigger level, I think. This building is obviously absolutely astonishingly beautiful. And Malta and Valletta is a great place to be. But it's also, it's been a kind of 4-year journey, really, because we've done the 3 Mozart da Ponte operas in a row. The first was The Marriage of Figaro 2 years ago, and then Don Giovanni last year, and now Così fan tutte. And actually that's 4 years of engagement with these pieces and with this theatre, and it's an extraordinary sense of achievement, actually, to have tackled these 3 big beasts. You can kind of see this sort of hospital green. I mean, we're setting it in 1950s America, in a kind of strange military research facility. Where the people are sort of lab rats in an elaborate game, an experiment to try and understand the nature of betrayal and infidelity. I think, I don't really think of it as sort of like I try and twist it to, make it in some way other than it is, but I think, I've grown up watching the same films and TV shows and plays and whatever as people of my generation, and that inevitably finds its way into the way that I stage a show. So the question that I get asked a lot is like, how are you gonna mix it up? How are you gonna change it? But I really view my role as sort of taking these pieces and these traditions and finding a way of offering them to audiences today in a way that makes sense to them. I watch a lot of films, so quite often in rehearsal what I'll bring in for the cast is like I'll bring a scene from a film or suggest that they watch a whole film, those kind of the kind of tight visual control that you can have on camera. And I think that's inevitable for someone of my age, is that's where you're getting most of your inspiration from. And then I try and bring those insights and that level of visual control into my productions. My next project is I'm directing a production of Where the Wild Things Are, an opera written in the 80s with my company Shadwell Opera. We're going to do that actually in the autumn, but when I get back to London now, preparations for that will be well underway. And I also have some assisting to do at the Royal Opera House in London.